Hello everyone, welcome to PGHO Overtime. Today I'll be recapping the round 1 game 4 last night. Again, I'll apologize to PGHO Overtime members. Were away and I thought they would do it, but there was some confusion there, but it is okay. But I'll be recapping the games. So I'm going to start this right off. The first game with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Vegas wins 2-1 in overtime against Pittsburgh. They are now up 3-1. This series is very interesting because they still don't have Nick Oreo. He quit, and I think Vegas is struggling a little bit because their top players are struggling. And this is not looking good for my bracket if they keep on going like this. I understand, they might have not been whatever stuff's happening with Vegas right now, and I don't know. But if you're Pittsburgh right now, if you have Pixel scripted in, if Vegas has Pixel scripted in that, you can say whatever. Oh, Pixel's a fine backup or is a third string, whatever. You should win. Like, I don't care. Like, you should beat Vegas if they have Pixel scripted in that. Like, and you have Eyesiders, one of the best shooters, elite for. He may be slacking right now, but like he's still a good shooter. I don't understand why Pittsburgh isn't scoring more. And the same goes to, for Vegas. I understand why you're struggling in this series. I don't know. There's some mental blockage going on. But tomorrow, Game 5. I'm assuming Vegas will just come in and beat Pittsburgh and move on to the next series against the Ottawa Senators, which I'll be talking about their game later on in this video. But player of the game, I'm going to give it to the big dog, Noel. Even though Pittsburgh lost this game, the reason, this is a long time coming from Noel, but the reason Pittsburgh has been in this series is because this man is like playing like amazing. He's just stopping Vegas right in his tracks, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, they got to give Noel some credit, or they got to get another win for him because he's absolutely stealing the show in the series right now. The next game is the Chicago Blackhawks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Chicago won 3-2 against Vancouver, and Chicago moves on to the next round as they sweep the Vancouver Canucks. And this might not be the series score everyone expected, but this was the close series we expected from Vancouver and Chicago. This is, 2 overtime games. Most of these games, other than game 2, which the score might seem 5-2, but it actually was 2 empty netter goals, so in the end it was actually 3-2. So they're all 1-goal games in the sweep. I think Vancouver they didn't have the subs in the first 3 games. I'm not sure who showed up in game 4. I'm assuming they had subs, but I just good series, Vancouver. You were the team that everyone it's hard to beat Chicago, and it's definitely hard. You guys competed. That's all I can say. Player of the game, I'm gonna give it to Flashy. I don't know. He had 2 goals. I really can't see anyone else who can get player of the game in that game, so I'm just gonna give it to Flashy. Alright, next game, the Calgary Flames and the Detroit Red Wings in another close game, but that is now the 3rd shutout of this series for Moose Bottle. That's just amazing. I know Detroit's offense sucks, other than Vapor Kid and like Stu Noodle. Detroit has some solid guys, but it's just Calgary's defense, and they're really hard to score against. And as much as I think Austin's a great goalie, I think Moose is better, and I think Moose has a better team around him defensively. But Detroit is trying. They had some good chances that game. I saw a chance where a puck went off the post. Hit the post and it hit the back of Moose, and he poked it away. That was a really good chance. This series is so fun to watch because, number one, the commentary is amazing. But second of all, it's just such a close series, and I love close series. Player of the game, I'm going to give it to Eric. He scored a goal, and that line of Arctic Fox, Pure Chills, and Eric Oreo. I don't want to be biased because Eric is on overtime staff, but he's been playing very well in the series. I would give it to him. I would give it to Moose if Eric didn't score, or if Eric was off the board and maybe let's say Vexen has scored or something. I would give it to Moose in that case, but I think Eric's just been playing so well, and that goal adds to the amount that he's playing at right now. He's playing super well, and that line, Arc, Pierre, and Eric have been playing very well. So props to them as a whole. Alright, the next game, the Ottawa Senators and the Anaheim Ducks, as the Senators sweep the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, I think everyone wanted like a close series between Vancouver, Chicago, and Anaheim, Ottawa, but the two you got teams prevail in a sweep. I mean, man, I just thought Anaheim, when they were coming into the series, they were playing super well in the like in the back half of the regular season. So I'm like, you know what, they could fight. And I felt like their defense was good. When you have T-Hawk and Musical didn't show, and I just didn't see their defense that good. And I think the goaltending was iffy in this series for the most part. And they just couldn't get any goals on Senko. I mean, scoring against V1 and Senko is very hard to do. Um, I you have to score if you want to win. I mean, just Anaheim just couldn't score. I mean, look across the series: 1 goal in game 1, 1 goal in game 2, 2 goals in game 3, and 0 goals in game 4. They just couldn't score, and I think they didn't have the goaltending to combat Ottawa's offense. I mean, everyone knows how Ottawa plays now. It's V1, always basically always on the ice. Then you have Gaunt Magic and Grammys subbing in for Amir and Snowy, and then that's how they play. And they have Senko in net, that's a pretty good team. But I just thought Anaheim would use stamina advantage, would push the pace. You know, they're really good hitters on that team. Ningastorm, Perk, T-Hawk. They're all really good hitters, and I think hitting is so important in this game because you can really take pace in this game, and I thought Anaheim would do that into the series. I didn't think they would win the series, but I think they put up a fight, and they just didn't put up a fight. I mean, the biggest gripe I had with Anaheim strategies, I know this because I was watching the series, is after Game 2 you're down 2-0, I think the time where you're going to need to pull out something would be in Game 3. And yeah, I think if they just put Ricky in net or something, or some change in the lineup. I just wasn't a fan of the Ryan, Ningastorm, and Perk Bottle line 1, and I think that hurt them in the end, because I don't think that line 1 is capable enough to beat Ottawa's line 1, and even Gaunt Magic and Grammy and V1 versus that line, I would still take the Ottawa line. I just don't know, but Ottawa and Chicago await, and yeah.